Okay, I'm Janet D'Amico, 54, graduated 1989, and my major is elementary education.
Dean D'Amico, graduated 1989, economics major.
In your age.
55. Come on, we need to advertise it.
Well, for me, I graduated from Emmaus High School, which isn't too far from Kutztown. And uh, during maybe my senior year, I was really interested in education as a major. And I was guided to Kutztown through my guidance counselor at Emmaus High School, just that Kutztown had such a great program for education.
Yeah, and for me, I grew up in northern New Jersey, so really I was looking for a school that was out of state, somewhere that was away from home, but somewhere I could drive to, and somewhere I could afford, and Kutztown fit the bill. So the scholarship we support is a direct scholarship, and it's pretty general. We kept it general in that it's not specific to a major or beholden to a really tough GPA. We really just wanted to have something there that any student who wanted to continue their education would have access to without having all these kind of all these restrictions around it. So we tried to make it pretty loose. If you want to stay in Kutztown, if you want to get your education, hopefully this is something that can help you.
Well, this is where I met Dean. So we met our freshman year. We were in the same dorm together, and now we're married. We've been married 30 years. So that was a great memory from Kutztown. I also just love the town of Kutztown. I think it's adorable, charming. It just felt very homey to me, and it was easy for me to settle in there.
And for me, besides for the personal issues, meeting my wife, some very good friends that I met at Kutztown, for me, it was really just more the kind of the one-on-one interaction I was able to have with my economics professors, being at a small school, having professors that were really hands-on, not only just in the classroom, but it might have even been, talking after class, grabbing lunch. So I really got to have kind of personal one-on-one connections with my economics professors, and that really went a long way. So that's amongst my favorite memories.
Well, for me, I have my degree was in elementary education, but when I got out of college, there weren't a whole lot of jobs in education, so I immediately went into business. I started working in recruiting. I felt like the transition was pretty easy. I felt like I was prepared well for business, and I succeeded in my recruiting career, and I gave up recruiting for a while I raised our 3 kids. Now I'm doing real estate in the Philadelphia area, but I do feel that the degree that I got from Kutztown just prepared me well for life, and I was able to transition into that business area pretty seamlessly.
And for me, obviously, there's the personal side. Meeting Janet, meeting my future wife at Kutztown was obviously impactful. But the other big part is I studied economics and finance. I went on to have a pretty nice career that I'm still enjoying in the economics and finance world. So clearly, I was well prepared. I got a heck of a great bang for the buck on my dollar invested. Kutztown tuition relative to a Lehigh or Lafayette. And it really didn't cost me anything from a career standpoint. So really, it prepared me well for my career, and it prepared me well for the social life and personal life that came afterwards. So all in all, very successful.
I mean, I just think that we have a lot of pride about, where we've come from and what Kutztown did for us. And we want to continue to give back and be proud of where we came from.
Yeah, and for me, obviously, as I've said, Kutztown prepared me for what turned out to be a good career in banking and investments. It's really turned out to be a great education and a great platform, and I got a great return on investment. So overall, it's something I've learned a lot now as my kids get ready for college. All the pressure on where you go to school, and you have to go to the best school, and so much pressure on SATs. And the real reality is it really doesn't all that much matter where you go to school. If you make the most of it, if you kind of apply yourself, take advantage of everything Kutztown has to offer, you can be very successful going to Kutztown, and really taught me a lesson that this whole school, top line schools really gets overrated. It's really all about you and your motivation.
Agree.